Tehran is bedecked by various bridges, each of considerable length and beauty. The Khaju Bridge consists of two rows of arches. The lower ones are filled together so as to form a small lake. The Chehel Sutun is a splendid palace in the center of a park, standing at one end of a long pool. During the day, the 20 wooden columns outside the main building are reflected in the water of the pool. Thus, visitors find a greenish, dreamlike pavilion with 40 columns upon looking in the water. Magnificent frescoes and paintings decorate the interior sections of the palace, fascinating all lovers of art. The paintings depict the specific scenes important to the victorious past of Iran. The internal and the external splendor of the palace, built during the reign of Safavid kings, is living evidence of Iranian love for refinement in all aspects. The Van Church, built in 1606, is one of the most ancient buildings constructed in Isfahan. This church is a place of interest for tourists due to its bizarre but impressive form. Influenced by Islamic architecture, and unlike other churches, it lacks a steeple. However, a small cupola, similar to the beautiful domes of the neighboring mosques, replaces the steeple. Many foreigners are puzzled by this strange edifice. Even an experienced eye can easily mistake church for a mosque because of its cupola. The church is frequented by all Armenians of the city. The population of Shiraz is composed of rural and urban. However, the majority are urban, living within city limits. This does not make them more important than the rural population, who are mostly nomads or semi-nomads. These people play an important role in the city's commercial and trading affairs. They usually live in tribes, migrating to wherever they find better pastures for their flocks and herds. One finds these people constantly busy with work. The men usually take care of the livestock. The men usually take care of the livestock. The women, who are laid down with more responsibility, stay at home doing all kinds of domestic work. Occasionally, they can be seen in their pretty, multicolored dresses, spinning wool or weaving the designs of bright-colored flowers in their gilims or carpet-like rugs with no nuts. Not far from the city of Shiraz lie archaeological remnants, tellings of ancient Persia's glorious historical past. Or the city of Persia more than 2,500 years ago. Darius the Great chose a large bare plain surrounded by mauve cliffs to build a city worthy of his great empire. Time and nature's changing course have done little to mar the beauty and brilliance of what once used to be a small capital made of huge rocks. What mostly remains now are some lofty columns that have been standing erect for so many years. Some of these columns are beautified by the engravings done on them. Other remains include reliefs displaying people's beliefs, usually about the defeat of evil by virtue. In addition, several colossal statues of mythological beasts symbolizing ideal characteristics gathered in one being have been discovered on the site. These ruins Rostam on the main Shiraz-Isfahan road is a valley of dead kings. Dominated by tall cliffs, it includes the cross-shaped cavities of 4 tombs cut right into the stone. At the base of the cliff, one can discover scenes sculptured quite skillfully. The motifs under Achaemenian tombs were sculptured 6 to 8 centuries after the tombs were built. The greatest motif shows an Iranian king being crowned by divine power. A relief at the southern end of the site shows a Sassanid king on horseback making a merciful gesture to a Roman emperor who has been defeated in the battle. Iran's historical past has been glorious indeed. Shiraz is the city of poets. The mausoleums of 2 great Iranian poets, each located in the center of lofty evergreens and fragrant roses, is the commemoration altar of all lovers of Persian poetry. On Sa'di, the perfume of love escapes. Thou shalt smell it 1,000 years after his death. And on Hafiz's is engraved, sit near my tomb and bring wine and music. Feeling the presence, I shall come out of my sepulchre. Rise softly, moving creature, and let me contemplate thy beauty. Another place of interest worth visiting is the Ag, or citadel of Zand, built by the order of Karim Khan of the Zand dynasty to serve as his dwelling place. Recommended to all tourists is a visit to the Aram Garden. The magnificent cypress trees Shade given, clusters of bushes, running water amidst rose beds provide and illustrate a crude copy of the much desired four gardens of paradise. Kilometers from Shiraz, tourists can view one of the most gorgeous natural sights in Iran. There, tourists stand aghast at the foot of an enormous hill. Rushing down from the top is a cascade of cool, refreshing water. Natives call this waterfall Margun, meaning snake-like, for the water swirls and surges down the rocks like a writhing snake.